Welcome back to Human Services Stories Management, Customer, and Staff Voices. I'm Clinton Lewis. I'm your host, and this episode is called The Power of One. You got this. Have you ever felt like your part in this work doesn't matter? Like you're just one person in a big system, and what you do can't really change anything? Today, I want to tell you and everyone listening that you got this. And lasting change begins with you. One supportive word, one listening ear, one consistent presence can change the direction of someone's life and lead to successful outcomes. You may never fully see, but they are real. You are the one person. In human services, you may feel like you're just processing paperwork, following policy, or managing a heavy caseload. But behind every case is a person, a child, a parent, a grandparent, and a sibling who may be counting on you to be that one person who listens, who believes in them, and who stays with them through the hard times. Think of the people who've helped you in your life, a teacher who believed in you, a neighbor who checked in times were rough, a coworker who stayed late to support you, a friend who refused to give up on you. These people were the one person who made a difference in your story. Now, in your own life and work, you have the same opportunity to be the one person someone else will remember as the one who helped them through. Remember, you got this, and lasting change begins with you. You don't have to save the whole world to matter. One small act can change a life. Sometimes one small act is enough to shift the situation towards successful outcomes. Consider a simple question: how are you really? A moment of listening instead of rushing to conclusions. A phone call after a meeting. A note that says, I believe in you. Those small things give someone hope, soften their shame, and remind them that they are not alone. You may never know the full impact of what you've done, but in someone's life, your kindness may be the turning point that leads to successful outcomes. A child placed in a safe home, a family reunited, a parent getting support that they need, a young person deciding to stay in school. You got this. Lasting change begins with you. If you're a professional listening right now, this is for you. You carry the weight of safety decisions, timelines, court reports, family meetings, and sometimes the emotional toll of your own life. Even in the middle of that, your presence matters. That family in front of you may be counting on the one person who shows up on time, the one person who keeps their word, the one person who doesn't treat them like a case file, but like a human being. You may not fix everything, but you can be that one person who listens, who respects, and who stays consistent in their life. And that can be the foundation of successful outcomes down the road. Remember, lasting change begins with you, and you got this. Even on the hard days. You also don't have to work in human services to be the one person who matters. You can be the neighbor who brings a meal. You can be the friend who listens without judgment, the relative who sets a firm but loving boundary, the church member who checks in on family in crisis. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to show up with kindness, respect, and a willingness to help. When someone is struggling, your presence can be the reminder that they're not alone, they're not invisible, and that someone cares. The simple act of showing up can be the first step towards lasting change, successful outcomes in their life. You got this, right where you are. Now here's a coaching moment. The power of one. Pause. Here's a simple coaching exercise that can use anytime you feel discouraged and overwhelmed. Before you close that file, walk out of a meeting, or end a conversation, pause and ask yourself, in this moment, could I be the one person who makes a difference? What one small thing can I do to show I care or respect? Or how can I leave this person feeling a little more seen or a little more hopeful? Then choose one small act, a genuine compliment, a follow up text or call, a firm but kind boundary, a simple, honest word of encouragement. You can even say out loud to yourself in your heart, "You got this." And remind yourself the lasting change begins with you, and that what you do today can lead to successful outcomes tomorrow. That is it for this episode of Human Services Stories, Management, Customer, and Staff Voices. I'm your host, Clinton Lewis. Remember that you're the one person who can change someone's life. Not because you're perfect, but because you've chosen to show up with compassion, consistency, and care. You don't have to move mountains. You just have to be the one person who stays. You got this. Lasting change begins with you, and successful outcomes really do start where you are. Thank you for being that person for the people you serve, for your family, and for your community. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.